With the dying roar of the seething sigh echoing in your ears, you find yourself once more alone in a wagon. It feels like you've mastered these loops, or at least gained proficiency. It's rare that you struggle, though losing the grave robber was unfortunate. You were able to adapt, to overcome. Perhaps there's a lesson in that, or perhaps there's more to learn. Either way, the only path is forward. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Lokiorn, and we are back at it. Starting up a new run in our long-running project here, trying to beat a Confession of Darkest Dungeon 2 with every named formation. Today, at the request of longtime subscriber RH, we are going to spin up a new formation, and this one's pretty interesting. So this is the lottery. Let's meet our gamblers here. So we've got an evasive plague doctor, which is nice, though she does have the yips. And now this was kind of an interesting discussion. This formation has kind of an interesting flavor to it that I'm still trying to work out fully how to do. But the question here is, do I want a surgeon plague doctor or an alchemist for this? And thinking about how this formation's going to play, I actually think we get her to be a surgeon. That is a lot of blight, though. We'll pause on this. We'll come back to her. But we are going to go with the newest path we've unlocked for Bonnie. We are going to go with Orphan. Now, this becomes a very interesting choice here, and it's going to really synergize with the Jester. So Orphan, the further back she is, the less burn, the more burn she deals. The further forward she is, the more damage she deals. Bonnie is going to end up in rank 1 a lot in this formation. So we're going to go with Orphan for the damage output rather than the burn duration. We'll go ahead and kind of do in our typical formation here. I don't even know if we leave Firefly in because she's not going to spend a lot of time back there. Actually, we're never going to want her to move back. So I think we go something like this and try this out. There is a world where we work in backdraft as well, but we'll start like this. Returning again, Kiryu Hanzo with his locked-in traits. We don't need double cross, that can get out. And yeah, I mean, Kiryu Hanzo, Sharp Shot Highwayman, we know the drill here. And finally, Sarmenti the Jester. And there is very little reason not to pick Virtuoso. Virtuoso isn't a very well-designed path because it's literally the Jester but better. Because those resistances don't really matter. And otherwise, it's just straight better. But this is where we're going to have some fun. And I suspect this is why RH really wanted to use this formation. Because we are definitely setting up some solo finale shenanigans. Along with... I don't know, is there ever a place where you're fade to black or where your razor's witting? Might just do something like that. Yeah, we'll try it out like this. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, so Virtuoso, Sharp Shot, Orphan, and now back to this. So we can already kind of see the basic mechanics. So Paracelsus is going to end up in the 3rd rank a fair bit. Only occasionally swapping to the front when Sarmenti jumps to the front and jumps back. So Surgeon is quite viable. And I think here we're going to go with it. We're going to go with a Surgeon Plague Doctor. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So thank you, RH, for suggesting this. And if you would like a formation run, I've been meaning to do this and I just haven't. I will post a list of the formations, which ones I've done, which ones are pending, into the comment section, and you can request one that you find interesting. But first, let's go ahead and hit up our Altar of Hope here, and we're just going to continue. The last few times we've been kind of boring. We're just continuing to fix out our characters here, fill in all the gaps. Oh, good lord. 58 to get all the way to there. 24 to get to there. 32, so we're just short of getting there. But yeah, we need to spend at least 14 and get the Jester much better. And maybe these last 17 we'll take elsewhere. Since we can't max the Jester out, we may as well words are failing me. We may as well fill in some other stuff. I don't think we. I've been debating about upgrading this and allowing another memory to get locked for Kiryu, but I think we're better off just investing in the rest of our goods here. Let's go ahead and unlock some more trinkets. Hag's Horde, that's pretty good. Disarming Dagger. And we'll just drop in all of these. Okay, the resistance, or the debuff resistance Dark Anchor. Greater Anchoring Charm. Rousing Ringer. That's useless to me. It's not useless, it's just not good for me. Pristine Lure is a serrated item. Fate's Foreteller. We've seen that one, so it must be, you must be able to see items even if they're already in, but we'll unlock a couple of combat items, I think. There we go, some new combat items, and we'll just kind of go between the two of these. Now, there is an argument to say this is actually kind of a possible negative for me because I'm diluting my pool of trinkets. But to be honest, at some point I've got to, like, you know, I've got to, you know, make use of them. Cool. And let's get this show on the road. So let's, you know, it's been a while since I did this. I've been forgetting to do it, but let's talk about this formation in a macro sense as we quickly pause. Just to fill in some stuff here. So first of all, since you've got the yips, let's put Goading Gargoyle in on you. Put Greater Anchoring Charm on you. That seems okay. And sorry, let me do this first. We're just going to focus up and get this done first. None of the rest of these are very impressive. Yeah, none of the rest of these. We'll keep Pristine Lure, but apply to attacker when hit if flames less than 40. Rousing Ringer is not going to get used. Apply to attacker when hit. Ugh. And I guess that's decent for our Jester. Strong Shackles I don't particularly like, and this Dark Impulse we'll keep. And we'll put in the rest of this. All right, there we go. Focused up. All right, so let's talk about this formation in a macro sense. So we're going after Resentment again here, and this formation is... Initially, I was having some struggle. I was really worried about this formation being able to beat the Lungs just because of backline damage. Both Bonnie and Paracelsus reach back there, but they don't really do damage. They apply dots. However, I think this formation's okay. Okay to do it. The basic gameplay loop is going to be, we're going to be looking to finale with the Jester early and move him to the back. That shifts Paracelsus into kind of ideal surgeon position, and moves Kiryu to the front rank, where he will then point blank shot on his turn and move Bonnie to the front. Once Bonnie is in the front rank, she's going to be Searing Striking quite a lot. Man, I really would like to use Firestarter with Orphan, but I don't know. I'll do that. Bonnie's going to be focused on dealing frontline damage and really just staying up there. It does mean that Cauterize is somewhat turned off, but there will be opportunities to move her back again. Paracelsus ends up in rank 3, and Kiryu basically ends up in rank 2. Sarmenti's jumping from 1 to 4 and back again with his finale solo combo, and that's really going to be the loop. So thinking about this formation, kind of like Fear the Reaper, this is a fairly fragile formation. None of these characters are naturally tanky. None of them are really producing much in the way of dodge or... speaking of, that's a good item to get early. Not a lot of them are really producing much in the way of dodge or block tokens to really mitigate. I think we'll just buy both of those. Jeez. Those are both quite good. We'll save the rest, I think, and carrying on. So, we're kind of dealing with a fairly fragile formation. That being said, I think this formation is slightly less fragile than Fear the Reaper because of the inclusion of Paracelsus, who's a much more reliable healer over Alhazred, even though Alhazred can have some bigger output. I definitely think from a stress standpoint, this formation is a lot better. Saramenti will have the opportunity, because of the way the solo finale combos work out, Saramenti will have turns where he is just taking a beat and, not doing his main loop, and he can do some stress healing. So you see here, we kind of just like set up our basic formation, kind of our basic deal here. And you can see kind of how the formation's going to end up. So that was a round 1 win, so that was quite a nice start here. So yeah, and that's the other side. So we've talked about the kind of health standpoint and healing. We've talked stress, which is decent. Damage output is what's going to make or break this formation. And I think we have a combination here that's going to be quite good. It's unfortunate that we can't reliably get a combo point out very early for Saramenti to make those finales really big, but even baseline finale still hits fairly hard. And future finales will have combo points. Also, if we get Bonnie going first, she can use Smokescreen to generate that combo point. So there's some synergy there, but we're ultimately going to be looking for fairly high damage output to account for the fact that this formation does not have a lot of other options. All right, so so an early sprawl is scary. That's definitely not our, but so is the Foder. 3 candles of hope to visit the creature den. I don't really care about candles. And I don't particularly want to go after the Harvest Child early, so I think we're heading to the sprawl here. This formation should do just fine against the Librarian. We definitely want to make sure we are setting ourselves up for success, though. Robust, that's a nice pickup. Okay, and there we go. We do have some equipment here. Sorry, I'm just kind of like putting in our stuff here. But I definitely think we're going to the sprawl and now mastery points. All right, so Bonnie's not going to do a whole heck of a lot. But I kind of want to upgrade Ransack here. Like Ransack and maybe Double Tap. Just really go for the damage output. Yeah, I think that's the play. Basically to beat the Librarian, we're just gonna have to get him into the 3rd rank and start bashing his skull in. Which I think we can do. And I actually do like the idea. We get Bonnie going fast, plus 10. Her first turn can be Smokescreen a lot of the time. And I need to do her skills, Paracelsus' skills real quick. But we can do Smokescreen a fair amount of the time, sets up the combo point, which then Saramenti gets to blitz for, pretty major damage. There's a world where maybe I should have upgraded Finale, but I don't know that's going to be necessary. So I think we go like this. So thank you all for watching. Remember to tune in next time as The lottery heads into the sprawl to try its luck. Until next time, see ya. And I just did that whole outro and then forgot that I go to this screen. Oh, I just can't seem to get it right. All right. No relationships. Till next time. See ya.